Spoil yourself with some yum-yums. It's Harmless Phosphorescence. Hello, everyone. This is Throw Smiley, and what they say about me is true. The red outfit, the knives. Who's joining me this week?
I'm Josh Cece, and you can feel it. It's Elektra.
I'm Brian Lesh, and I am not wearing enough eyeliner to be in this movie.
I'm Alaric Weber, and I work in layoffs, payroll reduction, murder.
It's not technically untrue. This is Harmless Phosphorescence. It's the podcast where we watch every theatrically released full-length live-action superhero movie ever made. We have missed a few, though, apparently. We gather some research into the production, the source material. We tell you all about it. Just found out today there's another one we missed. Technically was theatrically released. So I think we're going to, after we catch up, because at some point we are going to catch up. We're up to 2005 now. Started at 1953. Took us about just a little over a year to get from 53 to 2005. But we're going to go ahead and go back to the ones we missed, and then we'll move on to some superhero adjacent ones, maybe after doing some animated features. But we'll see when we get there. In the meantime, guys, if you like our show, head on over to the podcast listening app of your choice and rate us. Hit the star button. We'd prefer 5, but just rating us at all is helpful. Hit the stars there on iTunes or Podcast Addict or Podchaser, whatever you listen to us on. We appreciate it, guys. It will help us be discovered by others, which is what all I want is to be discovered by others.
Discovered.
Discover me. This week, we are watching Elektra.
For centuries, those with extraordinary powers have waged a secret war for supremacy. Now, in between good and evil, stands a warrior.
Her name's Elektra.
Like the tragedy, her parents must have had a sense of humor.
Not really.
She has mastered the skills of the past. She can read the shadows of the future.
I see what's gonna happen before it happens. She's my friend.
She doesn't really know who you are.
It's about her, isn't it?
She was a prodigy from 5 years old.
You'll be better than I am very soon.
One generation must protect the next.
War's just begun.
I'm not a good person to get involved with.
Boogie, oogie, oogie.
I debated the boogies.
Yeah. You never debate the boogies. The boogies are
I was conflicted. I was conflicted.
She didn't dance enough in this movie. Just right off the bat, I just want to say that.
No,
she did
There were
not.
some dance fighting type things.
But she danced a lot in Daredevil.
She did. Yeah, she did. Yeah,
Maybe too much.
So, this movie was released January 14th, 2005, with a running time of 97 minutes. It cost $65 million to make and only took in $57 million at the box office, which means it's time to play the box office top 10! This is the game on our show where every week we the boys try to guess where the movie opened, assuming it wasn't like the biggest blockbuster of all time, like we'll be getting to at some point, and that it where it opened, and then I will read the Box Office Mojo descriptions of each song in the top 10, and they will try to guess what the movie is based on that description. I do occasionally leave out very specific proper nouns in order to confuse them. So this week, Elektra. Let's start with Al. You go first. Where do you think Elektra opened?
I'm gonna ride on Jennifer Garner's popularity, but then also the popularity of Daredevil, and go middle of the road. Let's say 5.
Al goes with 5.
That's a good guess.
Let's go to Josh. Josh, where do you think it is?
I don't know. Am I going to use PRRs? Because I think it was higher. So 7.
Josh is going 7. Brian.
Isn't that lower?
If we're judging by the popularity of
PRRs
those two
are lower.
characters, I am going to choose 9.
Woo-hoo!
Right.
We have
Neither of those characters are popular.
Instead of 4 and 3.
Not in the 2000s, at least.
Well, not after. Yeah. There.
The man without fear who is blind.
Without
and-
fear.
Stevie Wonder?
The Greek woman who is dead and uses sighs to fight. She fights
Yeah.
with a sigh. Another movie is this character?
All right, so we've got 5, 7, and 9. Let's jump in. This is the Box Office Top 10. Coming in at number 10. I don't know how to describe this without giving it away. Popular cartoon characters come to life and step out of their animated world.
Space Jam? No, it couldn't have been Space Jam. That was it.
And I'm like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? No.
Rocky and Bullwinkle?
No, good
You'd
guess,
been-
though.
That's a good guess.
Garfield?
Is it?
It is not Garfield. This starred Kenan Thompson.
Starred. Oh, Fat Albert.
Yes, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids come to
Nice.
life.
Yeah, the last Cosby product anyone
Ever wanted to watch?
swallow. Yeah.
Oh, could swallow.
Oh, I didn't mean that. No, I did not mean that. I wish I had now, but I didn't.
Yeah. Number 10 is Fat Albert. Coming in at number 9.
Number 9.
The universe is standing still.
I know.
A swindler recruits one more team member so he can pull off 3 major European heists at once.
Windler? What was the first word?
Swindler.
Oh, Swindler.
Ocean's 13,
Oh, close.
12.
Yes, Ocean's 12. Oh, I forgot about points. For Fat Albert, Josh gets 13.7 points. And for Ocean's 12, Al gets 12 points. 1 point per ocean.
That makes sense.
The 12 C's.
Coming in at number 8. A young soprano becomes the obsession of a murderous musical genius.
Beethoven's Revenge. I'm back. I'm back.
Beethoven 3, The Dream Warriors. I'm
Um,
damn it. That was a creeper.
The Bourne Identity? He sang, right?
Didn't he? It's tough being born when you're born.
Any guesses? Anybody else?
uh,
The Phantom of the Opera.
oh.
That's like a household name.
You all get 20 points for because Andrew Lloyd Webber sucks. Coming in at number 7.
20 points and half a mask.
Yeah. When a massive fire kills their parents, 3 children are delivered to the custody of their cousin, who is secretly plotting to steal their parents' vast fortune.
A series of unfortunate events.
That
Oh, yeah.
is correct, although technically it's called Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, Al. So I will deduct all your points.
On a technicality.
That's
What
fair.
about his mask? Can he keep the mask?
Yeah.
That's only half a mask.
Not to be confused with Bram Stoker's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
You can attach that subtitle to so many.
or Lemony Snicket's Dracula.
There's that.
Coming in at number 6. An architect's desire to speak with his wife from beyond the grave becomes an obsession with supernatural repercussions.
Repercussions. There's a supernatural justice system.
We sentence you to 12 years in ghost jail.
I feel like I know this, but I can't think of it.
I can't think of anything.
It's White Noise, a movie I vaguely
Didn't know
remember.
that.
Michael Keaton was in that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's just watching tapes of Static and
Yeah, that's right. Huh.
messages.
White Noise. Coming in at number 5.
White noise.
A warrior survives a near-death experience and becomes an assassin for hire and tries to protect her two latest targets, a single father and his young daughter, from a group of supernatural assassins.
The Turd Express. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
There were so many ands in that sentence.
And Slaw.
The Elektra slide.
Yeah,
The Elektra slide.
the Elektra Company. Yeah.
Just free associating now. Okay.
Yes, it is Elektra at number 5. Al, you win the game.
With 0?
Been a while.
Yeah.
With 0 points.
We'll
You get
use this.
for correctly guessing our movie of the week, Al. You get 1/4 of a point.
Oh, we're gonna zap with our amnesia ray so that you forget you ever watched Elektra.
I already forgot.
I did not.
Oh, I wish I...
I've been standing at the window just staring out for hours.
Coming in at number 4. A middle-aged ad exec is faced with a new boss who's nearly half his age and who also happens to be sleeping with his daughter. Do hijinks ensue? I bet they do, unless it's a drama.
I was going to say, I was like, doesn't somebody get murdered in this one?
Either
There's the father.
Is it daughter-in-law? Son-in-law?
I vaguely remember this movie, and I do not remember the trailer at all, but I can almost guarantee you that Salisbury Hill's in it somewhere.
Oh my god. Yeah, Pauly Shore was in this, right?
It stars Topher Grace and Dennis Quaid. It's called In Good Company. Topher Grace is Dennis Quaid's new boss,
If you say so.
which is, in life.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dennis.
You all get 75 points. Coming in at number 3. Opening up against Elektra this week. An abandoned zebra grows up believing.
Abandoned. Wait a minute. So are all zebras called kids? Like, does ever?
Hey, zebra, where's your people?
Yeah. You were abandoned with this herd of zebra.
An abandoned zebra grows up believing he is a racehorse, and with the help of his barnyard friends and a teenage girl, sets out to achieve his dream of racing with the thoroughbreds.
Ooh. Based on the premise, Racing Stripes.
Yes! Yes! Did you really not know the movie, Al?
I really did not.
Yes! Good guess.
That's awesome.
You only lose a point for that. Coming in at number 2. All hell breaks loose when the Burns family meets their in-laws for the first time.
Meet the parents.
Close.
Oh, Fox.
Meet the fuckers?
Meet the Fockers. That was the name of the movie. People had to say that on the air over and over again. 45 points for, I don't know, fight for it.
Traded for a half a mask.
And the number one movie of the week, opening this week. Controversy surrounds a high school basketball coach after he benches his entire team for breaking their academic contract with him.
Love and Basketball? No.
Was
Finding
it
Forrester?
Sam Jackson stars in it.
Coach Carter.
Oh,
Yes, Coach
I
Carter.
actually saw this movie. I think this is the only one I saw this week.
15 points for Brian.
I love Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that is our box office top 10 of the week.
What a ride.
It had all the twists and turns that Elektra has.
Does not have.
Yeah. Speaking of Elektra, hey, Al. She was in
Yes.
comic books. You want to tell us about that?
I do want to tell you about that.
Do you really?
I only remembered last night that we skipped over her history when we saw her in Daredevil.
Yeah, because she got her own movie.
Because she got her own movie.
I do air quotes for movie.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
context.
It is a motion movie, motion picture.
Okay, so Elektra Nachos.
I remember that.
Now, put on the Taco Bell value menu.
Revenge nachos.
Nachos. Created by Frank Miller. First appeared January of 1981 in Daredevil number 168. She's the Greek-born diplomat's daughter turned assassin.
That old chestnut.
Yeah. I mention this because her mother does come up in the movie. Elektra's mother was killed while Elektra was still in the womb, triggering her premature birth.
Which gave
Damn.
her powers?
No, it didn't.
Oh, so that's
Well-
just fucked up then.
Yeah.
Well, and was her mother murdered? Because it's very vague in this.
It doesn't seem vague in this. She was murdered in this.
Ooh.
There were two.
Oh, right, the guy in the never
The
mind.
necklace with the blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the comics, there were two different stories about her mother's death. She was murdered in both of them by different people. In one, it was assassins. In the other, it was like Greek revolutionaries.
I thought you were
Or
going to say
something like that.
yogurt.
Because they also make you feel like her mother is in her deathbed or sick bed. Sorry. Like She
Okay.
has some illness. Anyways,
Yeah.
continue.
Let's see. At 9 years old, Elektra is kidnapped. After killing the kidnappers, her brother Orestes urges her father to hire a sensei to train Elektra in martial arts for self-defense.
Higher.
So, yeah, her Elektra and Orestes from the Greek tragedy, Elektra, they were brother and sister. So they're drawing from the Greek tragedy there in their names, both of them. At 19, Elektra moved to New York with her father, the new Greek ambassador to the U.S. Attending Columbia University, she began dating classmate Matt Murdock.
Woo!
He's all looking good, baby.
Just about a year later, after her father is killed by terrorists, Elektra quits school and returns to martial arts training in China.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You gotta go to the source.
Stick, a blind sensei in the benevolent organization known as the Chaste, recognized the darkness in Elektra and attempts to train her himself. Elektra ultimately joined the Hand, a sect of mystical ninja who train her as an assassin.
Oh, so
the hand would.
She was with the baddies.
Yes, yeah. The darkness, I don't know, led her down that path.
Did Matt Murdock die of sadness at that point?
No, he did not.
There's nothing we can do to save him.
He's just very sad from being blind and his girlfriend leaving.
You know.
The hand would turn on Elektra after a failed assignment. She avoided death with the help of Daredevil. She would soon become the chief assassin of Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin.
Ooh.
Elektra was fatally stabbed with her own sai by rival assassin Bullseye, who also wanted to be the chief assassin for the Kingpin.
It's a political position, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why being the number 2 murderer? Like, why is that upsetting?
It's a whole like Dwight Michael Scott situation.
Yeah.
Elektra was resurrected in Frank Miller's Elektra Lives Again in March of 1990 by mysterious means. Mysterious means. In the description I was reading, it didn't really say who or what revived her. But so Bullseye, he's in prison and he's killed in prison. Then he is resurrected by the Hand in order to go after Elektra. After a brutal battle, aided by Daredevil, Elektra manages to re-kill Bullseye, but is mortally wounded and dies herself again.
She's like, this shit over and over.
Elektra lives again.
I hope that at some point, when she was working for the Hand, when she when she'd assassinate people, she'd say to them, "Talk to the Hand."
Yeah. Working on the Hand every night and day. The Hand.
Elektra would later be resurrected again by Stone, Stick's second in command in the chase.
Wait. Are you saying Stick and Stone would sometimes fight people and break bones?
Yes.
Thank you.
But their words do not hurt you.
No. Well,
whatever they say during.
Well, actually, Stick's words did hurt Elektra quite a bit in this movie.
That's true.
Stone is Stick's former lover.
I'm sorry, but I know because they're the characters, but there isn't some up-and-comer who's an awesome martial arts ninja master. They have to keep bringing people back to life.
I don't know.
No, there wasn't a question to be answered.
Yeah.
Like, let's get this dead guy. All right, sorry, yeah.
So Stone is Stick's former lover, as well as being second in command in the chase. She can withstand any physical attack as long as she can see it coming.
It's true for most people.
A character named Stone appeared in this movie. That was the big black guy that.
That was Stone.
That was
got
Stone.
shot and stabbed. Yeah, that was Stone.
Headcanon is that he actually was Stick's ex in this movie.
Yeah.
I buy it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, moving on to Kurigi. Don't have a lot about him, but he is a ninja assassin of the Hand, created by Frank Miller, first appeared in Daredevil number 174, September 1981. It is said that Kurigi will not die. He has survived impalement and decapitation on separate occasions at the hands of Elektra. The latter, the decapitation, he survived. The Hand, they put his head back on his body and did their reanimation ritual.
And it worked him like a puppet.
This guy can't die, but let's bring up some dead guys.
Yeah. Okay, Typhoid, she's in the movie, but not exactly her comic book equivalent. Her comic book namesake, who was Typhoid Mary, born Mary Walker. She was created by Ann Nocenti and John Romita Jr.
No, if I'm not mistaken, now she was created by someone's foray into sheep love.
Typhoid Mary's in a bunch of Deadpool comics too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I know of her.
In this, she had the powers of Rogue, essentially. Right? She could suck energy from you.
Well, but I mean, Rogue sucked people's powers and could use those powers. She just kind of like...
I said Rogue, yeah, like.
Yeah,
minus the Reese. Okay. She's like if Rogue is recycling, she is just a landfill.
Right. But at least visually, they use the same effect.
Yeah, sure.
The skin goes dark and the veins pop out.
Yeah, she could make things die like plants all around her as she's walking through a forest, and she blows death kisses.
Yeah, those are.
Back to the comics. Typhoid Mary first appeared in Daredevil number 254, May of 1988. She was an enemy of Daredevil and former lover of Matt Murdock. Not knowing the separate identities there. Not knowing that she had typhoid?
Definitely dated a chick named after a disease.
Mary suffers multiple personality syndrome. So Matt Murdock dated one of the personalities, the Mary Walker personality, and there was Typhoid Mary, and then a third personality, Bloody Mary, who was more violent and what have you than the Typhoid Mary persona.
Even has a stick of celery coming out of her.
You know, it's handy for her that her personas were all named Mary.
Yeah. No secret identities.
No.
Just costume changes.
She, as a character...
it's a big night, girls.
Exactly. That's what I was picturing.
Her Typhoid Mary and Bloody Mary personalities possess low-level telekinesis and pyrokinesis. And she did run with Deadpool for a while. Yeah.
Running with the Deadpool.
And then finally, we have a character named Tattoo in this.
He was way taller than I was expecting.
The plane.
The plane. Airman.
In the comics, Tattoo is... I didn't get a given name or a birth name, but Tattoo is also known as Long Strike.
Is he hiding something?
Gary Tattoo.
He's hiding that he's a she. But she is a mutant student of the Xavier Institute. She can display messages or designs on her skin, as well as phase through solid matter.
I mean, I can display messages on my skin too. All I need is a Sharpie.
Yeah, it's Kitty Pryde that can get tattoos, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know. She wills tattoos onto her skin. She doesn't have to go get the needlework done or something like that.
Saves time. Yeah.
Yeah. So
redesign cover-ups.
So we had
cover up this full body tattoo. Okay.
So we had three characters in this movie that basically they took the names from the comic books and made them almost entirely different. Except for Stone. Stone had the same powers, but was just a big burly black man instead of an old woman that Stick used to date.
You're all old white woman representation.
And in this, he's evil and not on the good side.
Well, thank you.
So that's what I got.
Thank you, Al, for that. That brings us to the production of the film itself. This movie was directed by Rob Bowman. He got his start directing Star Trek: The Next Generation. He he directed quite a few episodes for them. Then he went on to do a lot more TV work. He directed episodes of Castle, The X-Files, The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
Oh,
Yeah. Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Wow. He directed 12 episodes of that.
I enjoyed that show.
Yeah. That was a good show. He did some Quantum Leap, Alien Nation. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. His films. This was his first film. His first major motion picture.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. No, this was his last film. It's backwards.
He's like, Jennifer Garner is the Sean Connery of this.
His first film was Airborne. He directed the X-Files movie, the 98 one. And Reign of Fire, the dragon movie.
Oh.
Yeah. A couple of those are okay. It was written. Let's see. We got 3 writing credits. Zach Penn. Yeah. Was it? Zach Penn, who we spoke about before. He had a writing credit on X2. We'll see him again on X-Men: The Last Stand. He has a writing credit on The Avengers, or at least a story by. He had a story credit on Last Action Hero. He wrote MCU or PCU.
Oh, he did?
PCU, yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah. He wrote Ants, the Inspector Gadget movie, The Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps, Behind Enemy Lines. Oh, good Lord. The 2008 Incredible Hulk. And Ready Player One. He is a writer on the in-production Matrix 4. We also have Stuart Zickerman with a writing credit. Let's see. He did mostly TV work. The Affair, The Americans. He did some work on The Americans. A TV series called What About Brian? What about Brian?
What about?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong Brian.
Right.
Barking up the wrong.
And then M. Raven Metzner. I didn't say his name like that because I know nothing about him. He also was a writer on What About Brian? He wrote for the Iron Fist series, the Sleepy Hollow series, Falling Skies. Mostly TV. He wrote that's mostly it for him. This is Christoph Beck doing the music. I don't mention the music every time, but I think he's worth a mention. Christoph Beck does a lot of great television work. This soundtrack was not especially memorable, but he won Emmys for his work on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't know if you guys remember the theme from The Gift episode, but wow, yeah. Let's see. He did the Pink Panther 2006 movie, Fred Claus, Drillbit Taylor, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. He did the music for the Muppets and Muppets Most Wanted, the ones with the most recent 2 movies. He did the theme to Ant-Man and the Wasp, or the soundtracks to those. And he did the music for Frozen.
Oh.
Our cast: Jennifer Garner as Elektra Nachios.
Boo.
Yeah. Jennifer Garner, who is not Jessica Alba. I will never not get those 2 confused.
Really?
Yeah. Like every time.
Huh.
They were both long-haired, blonde, brown-eyed chicks in the early 2000s who, like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. They're like the same person to me. They're both.
Aren't they both brunette?
Yeah.
Yeah, brunette. Blonde, brunette, Al.
Yeah, the see-through brunette phenomenon.
Yeah. Yeah. Terrence Stamp as Stick. The last time we saw him on this show, he was part of the Zod Squad.
He was the Zod Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meal before Stick.
Class president.
Hell yeah. So this, I think, is actually the last time we'll see him for the show. But we also saw him on Harmless Midichlorians, our patron-only podcast, where he played Chancellor Valorum in Star Wars Episode 1.
Valorum.
I barely kissed him. Coming in.
Oh, we probably mentioned this before, but he was Jor-El in Smallville.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Goran Visnik as Mark Miller.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Josh.
No, I didn't have anything.
Okay.
Just that he was in that movie, The Limey.
That was a great
made
movie.
Quite a bit ago, but yeah, it's basically Taken before the Taken movies.
Yeah, that was a really good movie. But wasn't that a what's his face? Who directed that? That was the Sex, Lights, and Videotapes guy. Soderbergh. Wasn't that a Soderbergh movie?
Yeah, possibly.
I think it was.
I guess all movies are possibly.
Yeah, most every movie is potentially made by Steven Soderbergh.
Look at things that way.
Goran Visnik.
It was in fact a Steven Soderbergh film.
Thank you, Al. Goran Visnik as Mark Miller, aka Hunky Dad. Let's see. He was in ER, Peacemaker, Practical Magic.
It's not a credit. He was just in the ER for a little while.
Yeah. He appeared in Madonna's music video, "The Power of Goodbye." Let's see. He was in Rounders. Yeah, I don't know. He just is like third billed in a lot of movies from the late 90s and early 2000s. Kristen Pratt.
It looks like he's going to be in 4 upcoming episodes of The Boys.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Cool.
But he's a see-through brunette as well.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's not sexist.
I didn't even remember the character's name. I've just referred to him in my notes as Hunky Dad. Hunky Dad.
Yeah.
Mark Miller was the character's name.
Yes.
Mark Miller.
Discount Javier Bardem.
Right. Kristen Prout starred as Abby Miller. She is best known for starring in Kyle XY, the ABC family show, Kyle XY, and The Lying Game.
She got her start by being bored.
Yes. She played Stella McCartney in the Linda McCartney Story.
Okay. I guess somebody had to.
Yeah, let's see. She's been in Psych. 2 episodes of Dear White People. And her most recent credit is from 2017, where she played Julie on the television film The Christmas Train.
That's a porno, right?
I hope so.
I only mentioned this one because I like the name. In 2010, she was in My Super Psycho Sweet 16, Part 2.
Part 2. She turned Sweet 16 again.
We left some things unfinished.
Will Yun Lee is an American actor and martial artist. He played Karigi. He is, let's see, he was in the Bionic Woman series, Witchblade. He appeared in Die Another Day, and we'll see him again in The Wolverine. He's also been in The Good Doctor and Altered Carbon.
Oh no, sorry. He was in a Power Rangers short. I thought we were going to see him in Power Rangers down the road, but it was just a short film.
Power Rangers down the road.
As we go down the road.
Morphin.
I can't let go. Carrie Hiroyuki Tagawa, I apologize for any mispronunciation. Played what was it? Roshi. That's Karigi's dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The chairman of the board.
Yes. Let's see. He appeared in the Mortal Kombat movie. Most recently, he's been in The Man in the High Castle. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Last Emperor. Big Trouble in Little China. Ugh. Anything from the 80s and 90s when they wanted a nondescript Asian gentleman. Let's see. Colin Cunningham played McCabe. I'm sick of your antics, McCabe. The chief's on my ass.
Exactly.
He has, let's see, he was in, God, a bunch of stuff I've never heard of. Wow, this is his biggest movie. Okay. Oh, wait, he was also in The Sixth Day. What's that, Schwarzenegger?
Oh, yeah.
He was in 10 episodes of Preacher, the Netflix series.
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't Netflix. It was something else. Sorry. AMC.
AMC, yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Which was a good series.
Yeah.
I heard it was good. Let's see. He had some guest spots in The X-Files. Oh, he was in The Net.
But he got out.
Oh, we saw him in Crow, Stairway to Heaven. The Crow 2. He played Cardosa. I assume it was one of the bad guys. Yeah. We have also Hiro Kanagawa as Mezumi. That is, let's see, he was in Smallville, Caprica, Godzilla, Man in the High Castle, Altered Carbon, iZombie, Legends of Tomorrow, and Kim's Convenience. Natasha Malthy as Typhoid. Yeah. Oh, she's Norwegian. Interesting. Let's see. She got her start in Disturbing Behavior. She was in Lake Placid, Me, Myself, and Irene, 40 Days and 40 Nights, Halloween Resurrection, K9 PI. Percy Jackson. Most recently, in 2018, she was in Alpha.
The PI stands for Pissing in the House. K9 PI.
Bob Sapp played Stone. He's mostly a professional wrestler, and he played football. He does a lot of mixed martial arts now. Let's see. Movie-wise, he was in Bob Sapp, Sapp Time, the movie, as himself.
His name is Sapp. Stone.
You're Under Arrest. Blood and Bone. Blood Out. Not Blood In, just Blood Out.
Just out.
Frankenhood. And Conan the Barbarian, the 2011 version. We got a few others. Jason Isaacs played DeMarco. That's Lucius Malfoy's dad. And Harry Potter. And then we've got Kurt Max Runty as Nicholas Nachios. Jane Mitsula as Elektra's mother. She didn't have a name in the credits. Edison T. Ribeiro as Kinku. Chris Ackerman as Tattoo. And if you have the DVD of this, you can watch Ben Affleck as Daredevil in a deleted scene.
If you have this on DVD while we talk about that,
shame on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This movie has 11% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's I think the same as Supergirl.
Yeah, it's in the area. It's in the same range as I think Catwoman was 9. So
yeah,
it's close. This Roger Ebert wrote about this movie. Elektra plays like a collision between leftover bits and pieces of Marvel superhero stories. It can't decide what tone to strike.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
It's not a good movie. Reportedly, Jennifer Garner didn't want to make it, but she was contractually obliged to.
Oof.
Well, she conveyed that, I guess. Here I was thinking she conveyed nothing, but now I get it.
Yeah, no, what she conveyed was contractual obligation was what in her eyes the entire time.
Yeah. What did you say, Brian?
How much did her agent make off of this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the assassin agent or her
actual agent. Yeah.
So that's it, boys. You ready to jump into this thing?
Boogie woogie woogie.
Here we go.
Yes, sir.
This is Elektra.
Dun, 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 dun.
We open with a voiceover about an endless war between good and evil It's now between the evil organization known as the Hand and the good guys who use Kamagori, which is a magic power that can heal and bring back the dead. There's a legend of a lost soul called the Treasure, which will bring balance to the Force or something.
Yeah.
Before we get too far away from the very beginning, I was almost immediately turned off. It was the thing Hollywood people were doing, mixing Greek and Roman letters in the credits.
Oh yeah.
In the type. And at first I thought, that looks cool. And then I looked more closely at the letters. So they're using a capital Sigma for a letter E, a Rho for a P, an Upsilon for a Y, an Eta for an H, an Omega for a W, and the worst one was a Lambda for a capital A. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It looked stupid if you know what you're looking at. And so basically, the way they spelled out enterprises, if you read it as the letters are supposed to be pronounced, it would be censorious.
Mushmouth.
Yeah, it put me off.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought they were trying to be clever.
Yeah, and the whole hasty exposition about this good and evil. I don't know.
It's
so tired.
Considering that we were already introduced to this character in a prior movie, and we get no mention of Daredevil or her previous exploits whatsoever.
No, they just want to pile on the magic aspect.
Oh my god, so much magic.
Weird.
Yeah.
And now she has green eyes. that flash green.
Yeah.
Right.
So
she could do all kinds of things.
They speak of a legend of a unique warrior, a lost soul, a motherless daughter, destined to tip the balance between good and evil. And she is a treasure, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I thought she was the treasure, but maybe that was, a reveal that meant to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
I think she also was a treasure at one point, or the treasure.
Well, Jennifer Garner is a national treasure, but
yes, absolutely.
I have a question. We didn't the casting of what's her face, the what do we call her? Typhoid Mary. Was that a Spice Girl?
No.
Was that Sporty Spice?
No. Wait, that's Typhoid?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she was a Norwegian.
It was David Beckham's wife.
Oh, no. She is a Norwegian woman of Asian descent.
Oh.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah, all right. So we cut to a dude drinking scotch in the dark. He explains how badass Elektra is to a security guy. He's all like, I'm bad, and then Elektra is super sneaky and kills all the guards, and then kills the evil scotch drinker.
Yeah.
The logic of that made sense.
And once again, I guess no need to tell us where they are located geographically.
No. None whatsoever.
Are the evil board meetings where Roshi, are those happening in Japan? Are those happening in the States?
I assumed it was in Asia, but I guess we don't know, do we?
No, we don't.
Kunlun.
I thought the Hand was based in China.
Okay.
That's just...
Okay. Well, then it was a lot of Japanese actors, but yeah, that was my bad.
Yeah.
So they were in China?
Who?
Roshi and his evil board members and his son, who's coming, to talk to him. They're all in China.
That's what I assumed, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
So they hop planes to get to.
Yeah.
There was one cool bit in this opening scene that I liked when DeMarco he says, they say Elektra whispers in your ear before she kills you. And then in Bauer, like immediately after that, in Bauer's earpiece, she says it's too late for you, for your boss, Bauer, blah, blah, blah. And then he freaks out and throws the earpiece. I just thought that was clever to the foreshadowing.
The whisper.
Yeah.
The talking in his ear.
They played that joke two ways, which was really weird because the whispering in the radio was funny. And then he's still sitting in the chair with his back turned, kind of ominous. And then she whispers in his ear, and then is again 20 feet behind him at the doorway.
Yeah.
When she throws her sai through his back, it was just a weird blocking in that scene. I'm like, well, you're right there.
Yeah, there's
why did that dude hire the security team? I mean,
why is the head security guard watching the screens? He should be managing his team. He's just watching TVs.
Yeah.
The other guy's so resigned.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I think it probably was an executive decision at the studio, but she pulls that sai out of his back and it's just clean. There's no blood on it whatsoever.
You get about
the tiny tip
on the very, very tip. Yeah.
On the very tip, yeah. Ridiculous.
Well, because blood is the line between PG and R, PG-13 and R.
Yeah, this movie actually, they had to cut 3 minutes to get a PG-13. So I'm not certain what's on whatever we watched it on. There
were a few times where it wasn't as bloody as it was supposed to be.
Yeah, definitely.
The blood on the blade was wiped off as it was pulled back through the chair.
She's a stickler for keeping her blades clean.
The chair.
OCD. Yeah,
I saw her pull it out of his back.
Well, it went through the chair.
Yeah, went through the chair and then through his back and then through the front of his chest. But
I'll allow it. It was interesting to see her wipe the blade on her black or her red leather pants.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, she dresses like a post-apocalyptic stripper.
Yeah.
Was she wearing leather? It looked like satin to me.
I thought it was vinyl.
Okay.
It looked shiny.
What do you think, Josh?
As some sort of a burlap material.
a nice cotton poly blend.
Yeah, exactly. Something that breathes.
This is Fabric Talk, brought to you by the Harmless Entertainment Network.
Well, and it had that early 2000s, how low is a human woman's midriff actually go?
How much pelvis can we show? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then with boot cut, flared at the bottom, really boot cut. So it's almost a bell bottom.
Man, fashion then was so weird.
And her tactical platform shoes.
Yes. Yeah. She did a lot.
That she somehow is silent in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of peculiar ninja behavior in this movie.
Her top has so much lacing up the back, she cannot put that on by herself. She can't.
Has to stop by Stick's place. Stick, I'm going out. Do you mind tying the top knot for me?
I'm going to this awesome club.
Yeah. This is my this is my ninja bustier. Will you help me put it on?
Was she just wearing it backwards the whole time? Been tying it to the front with a little bow.
I may be in a tough business suit during the day, but at night it's a different story.
That was weird. Weird stylistic choice.
Yeah. Yeah. We cut to the Hands Evil board meeting. Ding, ding, ding. Evil board meeting. They want the treasure. A dude named Kurigi wants to kill everybody to get it, but his dad says, "Let's just be patient and try only killing a few people."
So Kurigi actually mentions I think he's alluding to killing the treasure if they can't get a hold of it themselves.
Oh, okay.
The hand, at least in the Netflix shows, is kind of played, especially as we get deeper and deeper into the hand's existence. They have to continue playing it up one way or the other. But that there are multiple factions of the hand, and there's a balance. There's an evil side and a good side to the hand. And it seemed like they were kind of playing that up a little bit. The guy in charge was kind of I don't know, I'm not really good or evil. Well, I'm just here to decide.
When you register for your ninja party or your ninja license, you have to choose a party. So that's
right. Yeah.
Good ninjas or bad ninjas.
In order to vote in the ninja primaries,
I need to get my health insurance. My ninja health insurance.
So that one sect of the hand is the palm.
The other is what? The thumb?
The fingers?
The back?
Yeah.
Well, and I don't remember any of the villains' names, but the guy in white, our main villain, I guess. Kurigi. He was wearing white, so it was kind of you don't know. It's kind of ambiguous what he's doing.
Yeah.
Or unambiguous.
Ninjas dressed in white is funny as well.
I can't read good.
Elektra dressed...
Assassins dressed in bright red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sneaky.
Yeah. What was it that Deadpool says? So you can't see his blood.
Yeah. All right. So we cut to Elektra washing floors. Her murder manager shows up, McCabe. He's got some cash for the guy killing job. And he tells her about a new guy killing job with a lot of money. She doesn't want to take it at first, but then she's like, oh, they're giving me lots of money. Okay.
She's washing her DNA off the floor?
Right?
Yeah.
Of her own place.
Of her own house.
She's not wearing a hairnet.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
And with all this, she had such a flat affect.
Yeah.
Or a flat Affleck. Whichever but yeah, like just so robotic.
So very robotic. Yeah.
Yeah, cleaning her own apartment for traces.
Yeah, like weird. What?
I guess to give her the OCD vibe early on.
Oh, that's right.
Which that makes less sense.
Multiple expressions of OCD also, not just the cleaning the floor, which she only does once, right? We don't see her clean the floor again.
No, she doesn't do that.
Oh, that's right. She gets the glass slipper and then never cleans the floors again.
So I'm so out of here.
Moves into the place where she then has to kill people and goes like, I'll just leave my DNA all over the place. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So she has some flashbacks. We learn that she was kicked out of her super special martial arts school by her sensei for being too tough, I guess.
And we, as Al told us, Stick was a Caucasian character, right? Al? Or was he Asian? I don't know. The blue-eyed Englishman is just so aggravating to see over and over again.
Yeah,
but he's the greatest martial artist to ever live. Besides his protege.
Yeah, nobody has rivaled him.
Yeah,
not even guys from the place that invented it.
I really liked the casting of Stick in the Daredevil Netflix series. That actor, I can't remember his name, but he's been in a lot of stuff. He's just old, about the same age, but was a little more grizzled.
Yeah.
I don't know. Terrence Stamp was a little wooden.
Yeah.
As Stick.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely there for the paycheck.
Was anybody not in this movie though?
For the paycheck, yeah.
There's one person. It's like, this is my art.
Yeah. So, all right.
I live to play a guy covered in tattoos that move.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I was born.
So then we also learned Elektra's dad was mean and her childhood house had a pool. So she goes to an island.
A huge pool.
A very big pool. So, like, this was not the same dad we saw in Daredevil. I don't mean the actor. I mean, like, this character was not the same kind of dad.
No, you're right, because he was actually in that movie for a bit.
Yeah, he died in that movie.
He seemed kind and sweet.
So
very much loved his daughter.
Right. So
when his wife died, he had a change of heart, I guess.
He's all, fuck you and fuck all this.
Yeah, we're going to cover everything in sheets and move to New York. So were they in Greece then at that point? Or, like, is there a state, like, because it looked like it could be anywhere.
I assume that they were in New Jersey. You know?
It could have been a McMansion, but it's hard to, Why wouldn't they be in Greece? You're right, though. He's the consulate eventually.
When she was roughly 9 years old, you would think, Greece. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a question that maybe I just missed. This lake house, is that her house?
No.
It's a rental.
It was an Airbnb. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. She's less interested in cleaning up that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Where strangers stayed. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Where there's about to be a murder.
Yeah, exactly. Right. This might be a crime scene. I'm going to clean it up ahead of time just to be safe.
It would have been really interesting to see her say something like, I'm only going to stay in this room and I'm going to fucking clean it tomorrow when I get up in the morning.
Yeah.
That would have covered those weird plot holes in some way. And
so right before she went to the lake house, she was talking about how she needed a break.
Yeah.
So that's a holiday she's on, right? That's a vacation.
Well, no. This is her
the job.
So she took the break and now we're back?
No, she didn't take the break.
No.
The money...
She wanted a break.
Because they offered... Yeah, they offered her so much money that she agreed to take the job where she was supposed to go to the lake house and wait around for further instructions to murder somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does this seem like like you take out the Elektra business and it seems like it's like almost another script that they decided to graft Elektra onto? Like just some random assassin?
Right.
It didn't even seem like an assassin movie. It seemed like a lady who rents a lake house and runs into some people that are getting killed. And she's like, I'll help you survive in my lake house.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Like,
how
I lost
Elektra
my
got her
family.
groove back.
So, yeah.
How Elektra got a group back. Yeah.
This could have been Susan and the kid next door, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, so this is the point where she stares at a lake for 20 minutes.
Right. She acts like she's on a vacation at that lake house.
Well, after she organizes her toothpaste and her toothbrushes,
toiletries, and
she has like a weird collection of toiletries too. I don't know. Like,
there's a lot.
Anybody that's ever traveled with a woman in her toiletries, I didn't know what the hell she was doing with all that weird. Like, it seemed more like a military setup of shit than like.
Right.
Yeah, there were a number of travel-sized tubes.
Yeah, it's weird.
And medications.
Yeah.
Ninjas on meds.
Yeah.
Why was she OCD organizing this stuff? Does anybody have any idea?
I don't know. So that she could bond with the little girl later, who also apparently is OCD?
Or
Did she?
Give herself a sense of control? Well, is this something that developed after she came back to life?
Like they went to it. There were a lot of really scripty things about bonding with the little girl, like where they had some like really forced fake bonding moments, but like part of that was like, were you counting the windows? And they mentioned how the OCD thing, both of them.
Later in the movie, she does say that she had OCD when she was a kid, but she doesn't do those things anymore.
I see.
Oh. She's like, I left my toothpaste somewhere one time. I left it at a Best
in
Western.
El Segundo.
Never again.
Well, so clearly she does those things
anywhere.
Clearly she does those things still and just isn't aware of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Because she tells the little girl that she doesn't do those things anymore.
She would never lie to children.
When she clearly does.
Never.
Anyway.
Yeah, ninja bondage assassins never lie to kids.
Yeah.
All right, so eventually a tween girl named Abby breaks into her house to steal jewelry, but Elektra thinks it's kind of adorable. We meet the tween girl's dad, who will henceforth be known as Hunky Dad, and they invite Elektra to Christmas dinner with all the fixins, governor.
Yeah, well, sorry, but she's sitting on a rock in two different, instances when the neighbors come up, first the dad and then Abby. It's just like, can a bitch not sit in a rock out in the isolated lake house cabin? What if she was honing her Jedi skills?
Far away from each other, too. Like, the dad's like, I'm just going to go walk down and see if my daughter was bothering the neighbor.
Yeah.
Who was just here in this rental place.
Trying to meditate on a rock, clearly.
All right. So Elektra learns about their flimsy cover story about why they're on the island. They have some very forced bonding, and then Abby has a special necklace.
Oh yeah, that's right. And she stole Elektra's necklace at first.
Yeah.
That her mom was wearing, or something.
It's all about special necklaces.
Abby had a special bracelet. It was the warrior beads bracelet.
Yeah.
That she bought on eBay. I thought that was clever. Oh, I bought these on eBay.
Yeah,
I was like, oh wow.
It's her cover story.
So finally, Elektra gets word of her target, and surprise, it's Abby and Hunky Dad. Elektra decides not to kill them, but as she's leaving the island, she sees some hand ninjas coming for them.
Well, and she has these weird flashbacks. A lot of them include paperwork.
Yeah.
I know that's to tell us, but yeah, it'd be funny.
Yeah. So she goes back and saves Abby and the dad, kills the ninjas who turn into green smoke when they die, which is handy for covering up a crime
what's
scene.
Up with that? Yeah, like a vampire.
Yeah, why? Why do they turn into ghosts?
Is that how all ninjas die?
Just hand ninjas?
Yeah, they've never been able to photograph a ninja death before, so we don't really...
So there's a rainstorm and there's a newscast, and at this point it indicates that we're somewhere in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. According to the meteorologist on screen, it looks that way. Yeah.
Right. But yet that Kirigi, the sun dude, is able to be there and in China with almost no time lapse.
He moves really fast, dude.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He doesn't even take a plane.
Like near the speed of light. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the question then. Where is Stick? Because they go from there to Stick. Is he like...
He's playing pool somewhere? Yeah.
Yeah, but he could be literally anywhere. He could be in L.A.,
Seattle,
New York,
Portland, yeah. But they didn't say.
But no, he could be in Toronto. Like, we have no idea. He could be anywhere.
Well,
Boise.
It's an interior of a pool hall. Yeah. We don't know where he is.
Well, and then they go outside and it's just like a random mid-sized city. Yeah.
No, they never identify geography.
So all
Stick has Stick will travel.
Right. Yeah. So at the Hand HQ, there's another evil board meeting. Kirigi gets his way and is sent with his gang of tough guy baddies to go get the treasure. So
I'm sorry. The guy that failed had to commit Harry. Like they gave him the knife. But then I was expecting him to go to the end of the table and do it so that everybody could see him and be like, "Yeah, that's what you get." But he's like, "Excuse me." Goes into the restroom.
Oh, see, to me, it was like they wanted him to kill himself. But he was just like, "You guys you're fucked up," and just took off.
Like, I'm Doug and I'm out of here.
Why would exactly? Why would they let him leave? I feel like he walked into an adjacent room to do it. I don't know. That's funny. If your choices were stab yourself to death or get up and leave, whoever chooses the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
Cake, please.
Yeah. I would like number 2.
It depends on how steeped in ritual you are.
Fair enough.
Maybe that room had like good drainage so they could like hose the blood off.
Yeah.
But he's a smoke ghost ninja. So
they got
just for that.
They got the same plumbers that installed the blood sprinklers from Blade.
Yeah, because just a week before the payroll lady screwed up checks, and so she had to kill herself. It just goes on and on. So, at Ninja Incorporated.
Meanwhile, Elektra delivers Abby and Hunky Dad to her old sensei, Stick. He's a pool hustler now. He refuses to take in the fugitives, and Elektra wants to be done with the whole shebang. But they're being spied on by a magic eagle that's actually a living tattoo from a member of Kirigi's gang, whose name is Tattoo.
So it's not a tattoo when we first see it. We're introduced to his power because a graffiti eagle turns into a real eagle.
Yeah.
And then flies after them like a normal eagle, which we all should remember. This eagle has no magical light powers. It is the one tattoo that can actually fly.
Yeah.
And it just flies like a normal
Yeah.
It flies like an eagle. Or Steve Miller. I don't understand the fucking power set of tattoo.
No,
they're like, and then she just gets them in the pickup truck. She's like, "Get in this pickup truck.
We'll drive away from the." Yeah, is that their truck?
The eagle.
Like, get in the bed of the pickup truck. What?
Yeah, and did we already see the ninja who snapped his own neck?
Yeah, wait, was
that's
that
a children's book title?
Yeah, that happened. The ninja who snapped his own neck.
That was back at the lake house, yeah.
If you give a ninja a cookie.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the Little Ninja series? I love those books.
Elektra takes the fugitives and they flee to her agent's house out in the country.
Yeah, she's like, let's leave this lake house. We need to go to a farmhouse. Need to look at corn for a while.
Yeah. He thinks she made a mistake helping them out, but he agrees to help them. We learn that Abby and the dad have some sort of secret they're not telling Elektra. She bonds some more with Abby. She makes out with Hunky Dad. And then Tattoo Eagle shows up and they escape through a secret tunnel into the woods while her agent stays behind to give them time. He's killed by the hand baddies who use magic to discover the whereabouts of Elektra and company.
Yeah, her agent was really faithful. He was like a ninja himself. I don't understand that. He's supposed to be like a lawyer.
Right?
Yeah, that was like weird characterization of this very sticking to standard plot tropes.
Is she his only client? Does he have other ninja assassin clients?
Well, and she's also supernatural. Does she need somebody to like handle her affairs?
But you're right. Just him coming back was a total different character than was introduced to us.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it seemed at first there was the swamped agent, like, you're killing me, Elektra. My God, I got so many shows booked. And she's sort of cold and dry. And the next time we see him, it's like he's already killed a bunch of zombies that came up on his farmhouse. He's holding a shotgun.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
In the first in the first scene, he was Jerry Maguire, and in the next scene, he was Hawkeye from Age of Ultron.
Yeah, for real. Oh. His character, there's a really famous something tightly woven web. It's a Black Widow comic book, and she has an agent, and I forget his name, but the same thing happens in the comic book, essentially, where she has to go back to him and she's like, fuck, I'm desperate. I'm going to my agent. And he does this exact same thing. And they came out around the same era. I'm wondering if they drew on that as inspiration, because it was a really, really cool comic. And when that happens in the comic, spoiler alert, it's really surprising and it works really well, because he ends up like she barely survives because he's stuck and there's nothing that he can do besides buy time for her. It's weird. It was a weird characterization of the lawyer agent character.
Yeah, if he wasn't going to remain the bumbling sort of funny guy, which he didn't, you know. So yeah, it's a stark contrast.
Yeah, it was weird.
And that's a trope with assassin movies and shows. They always have a handler, you know. Yeah. From Grosse Pointe Blake to Barry, you know, all kinds. But yeah, I thought he was going to be our comic relief. This has happened before in movies we've done.
Yeah.
Like yeah, anyways. All right.
Yeah, he had some characterization moments that happened off screen, I think. Like he had a family member die or something while she was at the lake house. Or like his dog got like hit by a car or something.
Yeah, there was a whole
I'm a changed man now.
He's seen some shit.
Yeah, Mr. Muffins, you know, I don't know. That's a terrible dog name.
No, it's not. That's Mr. Muffins to you.
They called me
Doctor.
Mr. Muffins.
Nobody calls you that.
So, all right. So the ninjas go after them, and Elektra kills Stone, apparently was his name, which I only found out through you, Al.
With a stick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Killed him with a stick.
A giant stick.
Yeah.
A giant stick. Which, you're right, though, about he died because he wasn't looking at it. He didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't see the tree fall in the woods,
Right.
does it make a sound?
Oh, wait. And that,
again, it's like most people.
That tree that
metaphor.
fell on him fell so slowly. And
she runs the part that hit him, like the furthest apart.
Yeah, it is weird that he didn't notice it. He basically walked right under it.
Was she aiming the tree with her?
I don't know if they were trying to say that.
Like
it seemed like she was aiming the tree.
That tree scene. Yeah, it's like, if I run up the tree, I can direct it.
Maybe she's trying to make it fall faster too.
You understand physics, Al? Is that how trees? When you fell a tree, is that how it works?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's not physics. That's just lumberjacking. You cut down a tree and you run up it.
Old-fashioned. You run up it.
Also, they were inside.
Like Paul Bunyan.
Hunky Dad, the Membo, and his daughter, Abby. Also, every time, we'll get to it, but Abby, if anybody watches Broad City, I just had flashbacks to Broad City throughout this whole movie.
I love
they were hiding in a log, and Stone was hitting the log with a big stick. Yeah. Like he couldn't fit inside a log. He's a big man, but he is not like
I need to lose
abnormal large. You know, he's not like a troll. Like he could just get in there and like chase them in.
He can just wiggle on in.
Like,
well, that's why
these bad guys split up. There should have been two of them. Another one to block off the other end of the log.
Mm-hmm.
They're trapped in the log.
When you go into the woods, you want to bring your tree ninjas, the ones that like get into the trees and get your raccoons and foxes out.
Yeah, he wasn't specialized. Yeah, they needed a terrier ninja.
Yes,
like the Pomeranian vampire.
Yes. Oh, which so by the way, listeners, if you're not a patron, for this month, we are doing our monthly movie, which is a non-superhero movie we do. We're going to be doing Dune. I got one word for y'all as a little teaser for that. Space pug.
All right.
Well,
Space
cat.
Yeah, space cat and space pug.
And space worms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Karigi shows up. And Typhoid.
Dune is really a Dr. Dolittle remake.
Pets in space.
Karigi shows up. Typhoid gives Elektra the bad kiss, and then surprise.
Lots of teeth.
Yeah. Abby is a really good fighter with her special necklace. Karigi.
A footnote.
Not a hand note.
Not a hand note. The kiss between Jennifer Garner and Natasha Malting was nominated for Best Kiss at the 2005 MTV Movie Awards.
Did it win?
Yeah, what one?
I don't know what one.
Oh, Al.
I know is two dudes kissing.
Al, I expect you to bring us. I expect you to come up with that information before the end of this podcast.
I shall.
I never understood that award. That is such a weird thing for them to do with the MTV Movie Awards.
I never understood the whole premise.
I remember watching that as a kid and being like, why is this a thing?
Right.
I don't get it. Yeah. The rules are made up and the points don't matter, truly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's no end to how often we will present presents and prizes to millionaires.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We just can't get enough of that for some damn reason.
No, the millionaires will present it to each other and make us watch.
Yes. Yeah.
And Jennifer Garner looked so uncomfortable. It did not look like she was like, oh, I've been caught and now this is happening. It was just like, fuck, why did I take this gig? Fuck, why did I take this job?
She's all right. Damn it, Ben, and all your gambling losses.
I have the answer.
Yes, Al. What was... Okay, wait. Everybody, Al, will you please announce the winner of the 2005 MTV Music Awards Best Kiss?
You're not going to let us guess?
If you have all the nominees, we want to hear all the nominees.
Oh, I don't have all the Okay, we'll get back to this.
Okay. Once you have all the nominees...
When I get all the nominees.
Because I was going to say, my guess is it's Sam and Frodo.
Yeah, possibly.
They had a big open mouth kiss in Return of the King, right? That was the same year.
Yes, yes.
The game is afoot. Hand.
I'm assuming it was from Racing Stripes. It was between the zebra and a horse.
And two horses.
Zebra's in the middle of a field. He's like, I've been abandoned.
Two horses kissing is like the most toothy thing I can think of. Anyways. So, Abby is a good fighter, but Karigi's about to kill them all anyways when the good ninjas show up. And since I stick with them, and Karigi and the bad guys are like, oh no, you're too tough. We'll run away.
Did those guys did they like airdrop into the trees? They just because they came from the treetops. Yeah, or did they run from the road through the trees, or did they like run most of the way and they're like, okay, we're almost there.
Slid down,
Crouching Tiger, hidden dragon style, like over the tops of the trees.
Yeah, like I'm just curious how they decided that they needed to be in the trees to make their entrance, or did they land in the? Was it like a helicopter drop like a quarter mile out, or did they like take a bus to the road that was like a couple miles out and they ran
sitting in a duck blind
on the floor,
just up there with their guns
hunting?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I got it.
Okay.
Just a little plywood.
Okay, Al, please announce the nominees for the 2005 MTV Movie Award Best Kiss.
Our nominees are Natalie Portman and Zach Braff in Garden State.
Oh, dear God.
Gwyneth Paltrow and Jude Law in Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
Double boo.
Oh.
Jennifer Garner and Natasha Malta, Elektra.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams in The Notebook.
Oh,
A lot of kissing in that one.
And Elisha Cuthbert and Emil Hirsch in The Girl Next Door.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. I'm going to guess. I think it was The Notebook.
Yeah, same with me.
It was, in fact, The Notebook. Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams.
It's funny because Elektra is basically doing that movie, The Lake House.
Nobody kisses like Ryan Gosling. I know that from watching a lot of Ryan Gosling movies.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed by Blade Runner. He didn't get a chance to kiss anybody.
Yeah, I wanted.
I may never know, but he does.
Well, I really think he and Harrison Ford should have been nominated for Best Kiss in that movie.
I'd watch it way more often if they'd kissed in that movie.
So, all right. Elektra then gets some more childhood trauma dreams and then wakes up at Styx Youth Camp Training Center for wayward ninjas.
Wayward ninjas. I think we probably jumped over it. It's hard to keep up, but when they're running from the when they're running from the bad guys through the forest, she stops them to listen around and confirm the people she thought was after them was after them, then keeps running. But she had to say stop running to say keep running.
Right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be better safe than sorry and just run?
Just keep running.
Just keep running.
It's not a time
They weren't being chased by a tattoo yet, right? That doesn't happen.
Well, yes.
Yeah, they were being chased by the wolf tattoos at that point.
She'll never be free of her slippery when wet tattoo. No matter how she runs.
Man, those back tattoos, they're hard
running
to come
from a
back
tattoo for the rest of her life.
I think this is the part that was frustrating to me because we saw, like I said, the eagle tattoo, just a normal eagle that can fly.
Yep.
The wolf tattoos, they light up, they illuminate, and then the wolf tattoos fly. And it only like at one frame or two frames do we see that they actually have wolf faces on them.
It would have been more of an impact if he had like a Hatchet Man tattoo. That dude just hops out and starts going fucking.
Bottles of Faygo pop open and just squirting everywhere.
All the juggles.
Like Calvin pissing jumps off his.
Yes, exactly. You can ride this dolphin to safety.
I just don't understand why he didn't have like a pack of wolves jump off his back, because that would have been more intense to have a pack of wolves chasing them through a forest than two glowy smoke purple wolf faces that look like comets.
Paper, but
it was too much magic in that moment.
In this movie,
too
much unexplained magic.
Oh God, so much, yeah.
But it would have worked if they had been wolves. I thought that would have been a cool thing. You know, they were just under budget on their pet stuff, I guess. Paid a lot of money for that eagle.
They did. Well, that was a special eagle. You can't just use any eagle.
He could be graffiti and a tattoo.
Yeah. He's in the union.
All right, so Styx training Abby. He tells Elektra that Abby is the treasure, and he set up the contract to get Elektra involved. And then she realizes that him kicking her out of his kung fu school was a test. Then Elektra and Abby have some more bonding. They spar. Elektra kicks Abby's ass, which is, good for you, Jennifer Garner, for beating up a 13-year-old.
And makes her cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes that's the only way to really relieve that aggression. To fight a kid.
Convey your message.
Beat up a middle schooler. Abby is sad about being the chosen one, so Elektra sneaks away that night and calls Kariki via barrel fire and arranges to meet him for one final battle to decide the fate of Abby.
They're like two hobos.
Yeah. She goes to the fire. She's like, "You up?"
I call it Ninja Skype.
Ninja Skype. Unknown is calling. Unknown joined the chat. Unknown. You don't know which ninja you're talking to.
We're losing connection. Throw some logs on your fire so we can keep it going. Yeah, solid line.
Sorry, there's someone on the other fire. I'll be right back.
But there's all barrel fires. You accidentally get like a homeless dude in LA.
He saunters.
What did I take?
So Elektra travels back to her abandoned childhood mansion, which is in surprisingly good shape for a house that, according to the flashbacks, has been empty for about 20 years.
And is now nearby.
Yeah, it's just near the ninja camp, apparently.
Which is in Oregon.
Yeah.
Like any good ninja camp.
And then Elektra has some more repressed trauma emerge for a while. And then Karigi and his dudes arrive. And Elektra puts on her sexiest battle vinyl with...
Yeah.
She blows up some ninjas. Oh yeah, at some point Abby gets in there somehow. She followed her. She duels Karigi for a while, and then Abby fights Karigi, and then she and Elektra run away from him into the very well-maintained hedge maze, which hasn't had a human in it for 20 years.
Karigi says it 2 times to both of the female characters, but he's like, clever girl.
Right?
She was a velociraptor.
The first time was when Elektra blew up all the ninja underlings with the gas stove and the candle.
Clever girl.
It's like, would gas, like she just turned it on and threw the candle in the kitchen. Gas does not spread that quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an industrial stove.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And Karigi,
he says at one point about Abby, I see you've taught her well. And we saw less than 2 lessons between the two.
Right.
Well, and she's already got a magic weapon and has the ability to sneak around silently.
Golden like a lasso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, it was, I don't know, it was silly the way that Abby would advance on people, swishing that little chain around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did not look like someone who wielded that weapon well.
No.
She looked like a kid who was like trying to scare off a pack of dogs with a piece of rope.
She looked like a 13-year-old Nickelodeon actress who got her first role in a major motion picture.
Well,
however, she was skilled enough to tag Karigi on the face one time.
Yes.
At least.
Not too bad.
So, they're in the hedge maze, and then, let's see, Tattoo sends his tattoo snakes after them. They get separated in the maze because Elektra won't, hold her hand or look behind her often enough. And then, Typhoid shows up for the death kiss. She breaks Abby's special necklace, and she wants to kill Abby because she's used to being the treasure, but now she's old and jealous.
She kills the necklace. Like the necklace was alive.
Yeah.
If her ability is to kill things.
It's turned into rust. So I don't think it's necessarily killing, but decay.
Oh, okay.
So she can make inanimate objects decay.
Let's not move too far tattoos, because how many fucking snakes were in that tattoo? Isn't he using this snake tattoo power in the first place? Because he has a limitless supply of snakes.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
like
snakes,
unlimited snakes.
Yeah. He had 1 eagle, 2 wolves, and 4,500 snakes.
And a bag of grain. Which one does he bring across the river first?
And if you add them all up, how many kilos of tattoo animal does he have?
He's got a wolf. He's got an eagle.
So, all right. So, let's see. Karigi finds Elektra. They fight, and then Elektra wins and throws him down a well. where he explodes. She threw a ninja down a well and he exploded.
She threw a ninja down a well.
That's another the other children's book, right?
Yeah.
She did stab him in the gut right before she threw him down the well.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
But,
Yeah, insurance.
Painful.
but he still exploded once she threw him down the well.
Yes.
Ninjas are highly unstable. They're the glycerin of the...
They're like gamma dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gamma dogs.
Editor's notes, the Hulk.
The gamma dogs. All right. So, all right. Then Elektra kills Death Kiss Lady by throwing her sai through the hedge maze. And Elektra...
It was around here that I caught a closed caption that said, deep, eerie whooshing.
That's a young adult novel.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Deep, eerie whooshing.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah, that was weird.
Then that lighthearted whooshing.
Are those sides magical? Or does Elektra just have like the ability to throw really far and with impeccable accuracy?
And through numerous hedges.
Well, the one that got chopped by Karizi's sword was not magical, it seemed.
And there was one that broke off on stone. So, like...
Yeah. I also have a question about, what's her name? Typhoid Mary? Her getting stabbed.
Typhoid.
She gets hit right in the fucking face with the sai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, and this is just my spidey sense on this, was they did not know how to get rid of a lot of these characters, and her character in particular became a loose end, and they're like, fuck, we have to figure out a way to kill her without calling the actress back for reshoots.
Yeah.
Because you see her turn, and she gets hit in the face with the sai. It does not look like she's like, oh, I hear a sound coming through the bushes.
Right.
What is that? Like, she just turns, like they took a frame of her turning in the maze and killed her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Yeah.
Same thing with the guy meditating. Like, he gets just kind of killed by her. She snapped his neck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Just none of that made any sense to me visually. It all seemed really cobbled together. I mean, this whole movie seemed cobbled together.
Yeah,
but those sequences in particular seemed very done in post.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometime later, everyone's at her mansion, and apparently she's moved back in because all her clothes are there now.
At stately Nacho Manor.
So her and Hunky Dad make out a little while, but she can't stay. She's got some ninja business to go attend to.
I'm like the wind.
So they move into her house?
Right?
Did she give them her mansion?
Because she
It
leaves,
would appear that way.
and they all stay there.
So is she working for Stick now?
Oh.
Or is she an independent contractor that just picks up gigs from Stick? Because they made up. And yeah, I don't know.
It's all very confusing and very unresolved.
At one point he mentions something about it not being their way, but that's never clarified. And like,
and what is she off to do? Is she off to like go fight evil? Is she off to go kill people? Like, what is she off to do with her luggage and her black overcoat?
I thought she was going to go play pool with Stick. They were going to go like drive around to a bunch of pool halls on like people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say before that? Stick? Sorry. Go on.
No, it makes no sense. The whole goodbye, the entire last scene is kind of like, we need a last scene. Just do some stuff, guys.
Oh, you said gigs for Stick. And I just thought about like going on tour with Sticks. Thank you. It came back.
Spoken word, generally.
Yeah.
Some slam poetry in there.
And there's one point where she's talking to Stick where he clearly, his eyes flick and he like looks her straight in the eye when he's talking to her. And it just felt like, shouldn't we do another take? No, it's good enough. Go.
No.
We've only got everybody here on set for one more day.
For one more day. Stamp is not into it.
Yeah.
It seemed like the end of that film was just, it fell apart completely, and they did their best to make it end somehow.
I agree.
Like there was no third act.
No.
No.
Like, they turned the second act into the third act.
Right.
They had to film this while Jennifer Garner was on hiatus from Alias, I believe. So they were on a pretty tight timetable.
That's why every location looks like the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they had her for 3 weeks and this one spot. Yeah. You know, I have to imagine that any shot that wasn't showing her face was a stunt double.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or post, right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's it. She walks away. They all live in her mansion happily ever after. While she goes out to kill people or something. Roll credits.
I know, they should have shown her in her car driving away like Blade.
Well, it should have ended with her going to the Hand headquarters and ending it once and for all.
The Hand quarters.
You know, that's probably the sequel. The third movie in this film is going to be the Iron Fist movie or something.
No, it's going to be Elektra. I want to hold your hand.
Well, because the Hand leader was, what's his name? Sima, I think, that actor. And we don't see him again. He just sends his son off to die.
Yeah.
And get no resolution of giving the treasure, or the guy who sends them to get the treasure being disappointed, or
there was nothing like of him in the boardroom like looking sad.
Or anything. Yeah, he's like, I just signed the ninja paychecks, man.
Yeah, or him like being like, oh, I think my son's dead. They bring him back like a jar of smoke. I don't know.
Has anyone cleaned that dude up from the bathroom yet?
I believe the planned sequel was Elektra 2, Electro Boogaloo.
Yes.
Ben Affleck reprises his role, hopefully.
Elektra 2. Elektra in space. Yeah. I don't know.
Elektra 2 in Effectra.
Oh God. Okay, so that's the movie.
Well, this is one of the few. Well, not few, but I don't do it every time. This is one where it's like, don't watch it.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, don't watch it. It's just aggravating. There's watch your favorite show again instead of Elektra.
Yeah, this is a movie that is
so frustrating.
100% not worth your time.
This is not like watching The Room because it's so bad. This isn't like Catwoman, which was bad in every way.
Swamp Things.
But if you want to watch a bad movie, watch Catwoman.
Yeah, because Catwoman's like bonkers out of its mind, like crazy. This is just boring.
And I was talking about it earlier to Andrew and Ella. But yeah, it's like you have these two movies that totally female driven, like on paper, they have all this representation and it's such a positive idea. And then they just tank these movies so bad that executives and the public are like, I guess a superheroine cannot carry a movie.
Yeah.
Which
is frustrating.
Just put back female lead superhero movies for at least 10 years.
Right.
This and Catwoman were within, 2 years of each other, a year of each other?
Yeah, a year of each other.
Yeah, a year.
I mean, it almost feels like there was a conspiracy, if you will, to make these movies be as bad, and not just bad, because on paper they had the opportunity to be much better.
Right, but it's like we had said during Catwoman, because some of the scenes were totally like adolescent male driven, but we were talking about how men write and direct these movies, so then obviously the representation gets totally effed, which is kind of crazy that we haven't had a female MCU director yet, have we?
Well, I mean, no.
Not yet. Shang-Chi, I think, is the first one, right?
Who directed Captain Marvel?
Oh, that was a woman,
true.
I think. Okay, first one, and that was a great movie.
Yeah, that was really good.
And the beats were funny. They pissed off a lot of angry young men because it wasn't humor necessarily written for them. I love that shit. I thought that movie was hilarious.
They got to do the "you'd be pretty if you smiled," scene.
Yeah,
good for her.
Slash Terminator bit. God damn, that was great.
I'm looking through the list. The next female-led superhero movie we're gonna get, Wonder Woman. 2017.
Wow.
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah. See, that's crazy.
At least Wonder Woman was a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there are so many fantastic female comic book heroes that could be their own standalone movies. Like Storm would be a cool standalone X-Men character movie. She has a great back history. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Rogue would be her own interesting movie. Yeah, I mean, Captain Marvel.
I'm looking at the list. We were talking about women, but I think Taika Waititi was the only person of color so far.
No, Black Panther had
Ryan Coogler.
It's almost as if it's like, this is the movie for your demographic, so we'll get that guy.
Yeah.
No, it's thoughtful. You definitely, if a white guy had made Black Panther.
Oh, God. Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah. That might have happened had he not had such success with what's the Station movie and with Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or not Rocky,
Fruitvale Station.
Fruitvale Station.
And Creed.
Yeah.
Creed.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So, guys, are you ready to bury this thing on the list here?
Yeah.
Where did we put Catwoman?
Catwoman, we put at 53 out of 55.
Okay, hold on.
I feel so terrible because the two women-led movies are tanked down to the bottom.
Right. Well,
it's like,
I think it could
not yet, not to seal the deal, but
I'm watching someone edit it in real time.
So Catwoman's at 53. Above it, we have Spawn. Below it, we have Superman 4. I think this probably wasn't as bad as Superman 4.
Right. I was going to say maybe we should stick it where Catwoman is.
Yeah. I mean, this is a better movie than Catwoman in a couple of ways, except for the end.
Yeah.
It tried to have source material at least.
Yeah, I mean, it felt more competently made than Catwoman. It just was like super by the numbers boring.
All right, so then 52 for this one?
52. Is it better than Spawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those video game graphics and the disgusting...
Yeah. I mean, Spawn...
This wasn't as painful to watch.
Yeah,
I just scratched my head a lot.
Spawn was at that breathtaking... I feel like everything Spawn and below... And to some degree, Batman and Robin, which is right above Spawn at 51, was kind of like on that level of like so breathtakingly bad that it becomes fun, whereas this was not. It's just bad enough that it's bad and boring.
Yeah. So where Catwoman is?
At 53? Al, haven't heard from you yet.
I could go along with that.
Yeah, that's fine with me. All right, let's do it. We'll put...
Al's got to stick together.
Yeah.
We'll put Elektra at number 53. And that is the last we're going to see of Elektra for quite a while. If ever again.
If ever again.
Yeah. So that is that. Which brings us to next week. Next week on Harmless Phosphorescence, we will be watching Constantine.
Oh. All right.
Keanu Reeves.
This is our first Keanu movie?
I like Keanu.
Yeah, our first Keanu movie.
Our only Keanu, right? Oh, well, John Wick. He's a superhero.
No, we don't.
He's more of a spy. Well,
we don't have him on the list.
Yeah.
I don't think...
but he might come up in a monthly movie, folks at home.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, stay tuned. Like I said, our monthly movie this month is going to be Dune. Next month, October... We are going to be doing a special. Usually we pick our monthly movie by year. October, we're doing a couple things. We've got a special monthly movie, which is going to be horror. We're all going to nominate a horror movie and let you guys vote on it. And then we might have a special, in our free feed, we might have a special end of the month non-superhero movie for you coming up. So Stay tuned for that. That's coming up next month in October. Meanwhile, I just wanted to thank everybody for listening to Harmless Phosphorescence. This has been Thoreau Smiley, and my Dolphin Tramp stamp is going to attack you.
I'm Josh Cece, and I'm going to hunt you down like mom.
I'm Brian Lesh, and this is not our way, even though nobody really knows what our way is.
I'm Alaric Weber, and that bird's been hanging around since yesterday.
That was my backup.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.